Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for coming. With many literary awards, you get a call or an email saying that you've won or that you haven't won, and that's the first you hear of it. Not so with the Arts and Letters Prize. First, you get the email saying that you're one of 3 finalists, and that night you go to bed and try to sleep, but your leg is bouncing and your mind is racing and you find sleep nearly impossible. And so you get up the next morning and the first thing you do is check your email. And that becomes the first thing you do every morning. In fact, you move your laptop into the bedroom so you won't have as far to travel between when you wake up and when you can check your email. And it's handy having your laptop next to the pillow because you soon find that sometimes you're even checking your email in the middle of the night, since after all, who knows when they decide these things. But there's nothing, and then finally you see Arts and Letters in your inbox, and you're so eager to open it that you spill your coffee, but it misses the laptop, so all is well, and you open the email, and it says, "Please forgive us, but we're going to need just a little while longer." So what happened in the end for me was that when I finally got the email that said, "You won, ZZ Packard chose your story," I was so happy, and there had been so much anticipation that I actually got down and kissed the floor in gratitude. Which I mention only by way of saying that even though such a move would be logistically challenging in this dress, that's still very much the way I feel tonight. The story that won the Arts and Letters Prize is called The Thing Itself. And for this story, I owe a great debt to Michael Curtis at The Atlantic. I've had a couple of very encouraging rejections from him, the kind where you get a nice handwritten paragraph in response. And at one point when I said I had something new, he replied that he was on vacation but would be willing to read my story and gave me his home address in South Carolina. So I kept having these near misses. And then someone told me that The Atlantic really likes stories where something happens, which I do too. I love humor and insight and language, but I think most of all, I love stories where something important to the characters is at stake. And I don't think it's a bad thing for literary fiction to be suspenseful or entertaining. So after I heard this bit of advice, I wrote the following opening line. Something was about to happen. He could feel it. And immediately I thought, aha, now I've got him. There's no way he's going to be able to resist this one. And then, in the truly gloomy days that followed, it slowly dawned on me that now that I'd set the tone, I was going to have to find a way to live up to it. Which of course wound up being a tremendous gift. And in the process of trying to do so, I was able to allow the story to surprise even me. The only other thing I'd like to say before I begin is how honored I am to be reading this at Georgia College and State University, the alma mater of Flannery O'Connor, who not only wrote and lived so beautifully, but who died when she was only 39 years old, the same age I am today. The story is called The Thing Itself.